Hello everybody, I am ShadowsReign and I don't have my feedback on. There we go. Hello everybody, I am ShadowsReign and today we are going to be moving on to the Apex content as build, and we're going to be starting that off with a tier list as suggested in the comment section of a previous video. I believe it was a stream actually when it was mentioned. So yeah, let's get right into it and have some fun. So if you do enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button below, consider subscribing, and yeah, it's going to be fun. We'll do content for both COD and Apex. So strange to see that when it's usually always COD, but here we are on Apex. We're going to start off, we're just going to work our way from the top of this list here to the bottom and just take it from there really. So we're going to start off with the R301 Carbine. I think it's pretty hard to not put this in A tier, let's be honest. Yes, it goes through some light ammo. Yes, you do need a few attachments on here to make it an absolute unit. However, once you've got that, it's just so good. Like, just so good. I don't know if you've watched any of my tier videos before, but basically, if it's to the left of A, it's better of the A tier. If it's to the right of A, it's nearer the B, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I like the gun. It's a solid pick. Next up on the list is the R99. Ooh, what we're going to do with the R99. I am going to put this in A tier as well. It's a good gun. It's okay. Well, it's actually really good. Would I prefer to have something else up close? Probably. I'd probably want a Peacekeeper up close just because I can actually, for me, I can beam people with a Peacekeeper really easy. So, you know, it works for me. I know a lot of people, Wolf especially, are probably going to disagree with that particular choice, which is a shame because he's an absolute god with it. But, you know, not everyone's a hacker, so it's all good. Next, we're going to talk about the compound bow shatter caps. I'm going to go ahead and put that on a C. It's not the worst thing in the world. I have used it a little bit before. It's decent. It's okay. It's actually quite fun up close, but it's nothing special at the same time. Deadeye tempo. I'm going to put that trash. Trash. Just straight up trash. Along with the normal Boek. Don't get us wrong, you can't do it does offer silence, it offers things that other guns can't do, like a very, very, very quiet footprint, but I just can't justify that one shot at a time, and it's just neat good, is it? Car SMG, gonna come in a B. I don't really think we can argue with that, can we? Can we argue with that? Like, it's versatile, it can use both ammos from heavy and light and use extended mags from them both as well. It's nothing special. It's not as good as an R99, but it's still decent, you know? Still decent. Next is the Devotion LMG with a turbocharger. Controversial, I know, but that's going straight into S tier. I would rather have that than an R301 or an R99. I'd rather have that at medium range than an R301. I'd rather have that at short range than an R99. The thing is absolute filth. You lack mobility. Hell yes, of course you do. You're not going to be able to strafe shot while using this as well. However, you're not going to need to, because you're just going to be flattening people quicker than what they could kill you. Pretty much outright one of the fastest times to kill in the game. So, yeah. As for its brother, the Devotion LMG, oh, I'm sorry guys. I'm going to pop that in straight into D. It's... can I put that straight into D? Yeah, sod it. I'm going to put that straight into D. It just takes too long to fire up, and its recoil is all over the place as well. Although with the Devotion turbocharger, you start off with pretty much the highest rate of fire, so its recoil isn't constantly adapting and changing, so it's okay. It's just a bit too all over the place, really. Either way, in a previous season, this would have to be S tier. However, it's coming in at B. It's okay. It's not great. I'd rather have it than a Shattercap Boek though. So yeah. VK47 Flatline. Where we're going to put this, guys? Where we're going to put this? I am feeling that this particular weapon lives high B, low A. I'm going to give it low B. If you're carrying around lots of heavy attachments, it is worth crafting if you don't have a heavy gun already. But would I pick it over the R301? I don't think I would, to be completely honest. Havoc Rifle turbocharger, I'm going to put that in as a B. It's good, like the Flatline. It's good, but it's nothing to write home about. Yeah, I'd probably have that slightly better than the car SMG. Havoc Rifle, along with the Devotion on its own. It is better to use than a Devotion, I must admit. Yeah, no, I'm going to go low C with that one, actually. It's not useless, unlike the Devotion, without a turbocharger. It can be used, you're just going to struggle a little bit, so, you know. Next up on the list is the Hemlock Burst Loader. The boosted loader. I am going to put this in an A tier. This is actually really, really, really good. In single fire mode, it doesn't have that much bullet drop, and you can pick people apart pretty quickly. And in burst fire mode, you can switch that on up close, and it will do bits to people. Really, really good. Most ranges, I really enjoy it. So, yeah, especially when you got it all kitted up, by the way. It is actually a bit of a monster when you've kitted up. It's scary at times. If you've got a really fast trigger finger as well, it's going to be bursting people. So, love it. Next up on the list is going to be the Kraber. That's got to be up there in S. I don't understand how you can't. If you hit someone in the head with a Sentinel, you're doing 125 damage. You hit someone in the body with a Kraber, you're basically doing that damage. And let alone the absolute ludicrous damage that you can do with a headshot. You hit anything in the head, it's dead. So you can't knock one-shot potential on a game which has got an extremely slow time to kill. You just can't. There is no counterplate to being struck in the head to a Kraber. So, you know, use the Kraber whenever it's available, even if it does have a limited ammo capacity. Longbow Dmr. Now, I know a lot of you guys see me using this all the time on the streams, and on videos it's featured quite a lot as well, but I've got to rate it high B. I can't in good conscience say it's an A tier. I have fun. I have fun using the Boeck compound bow though. Doesn't mean it's good. It's fun. Don't get confused with the two. So, yeah, I say that, and the turbocharger is still S tier, but that slays. So, yeah, really fun weapon. However, it does have its drawbacks. Next is the Mastiff dual shell shotgun. Better than the EVA 8. Still okay. I'm going to put that there. And to be fair, Mastiff without the dual shell, probably still better than EVA 8. I'm going to put that there. The reason that I'm putting that there is because it's like compare it to like a spaz shotgun from COD or whatever, where you put one bullet in at a time. Really, really handy because you can like tier reload it, if that makes sense. However, is a bit of a problem when, you know, you're under pressure in a gunfight. Whereas if you've got the dual shell on there, banging, banging. L-Star EMG, another one where a couple of seasons ago this one would be like AS, but right now I'm going to put it in C. It's okay. It's not great. It's not great at all. The Havoc needs to live over here, actually. It's not great at all. Let's be real. If you pick it up off the ground, you actually hit your shots, you aim it down sight. Yeah, fair, it's decent. But there's so many ifs, buts, and maybes to making it work, in my opinion, where I can't really justify using it, in my opinion. Now, Mozambique Shotgun with hammer point. Oh, what do I do with you? If you're struggling, right, and I'm not even going to justify it, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to put it in B. And I would rather have it than over a Mastiff, like Bear, purely because if you crack someone with anything at all, or they're already cracked, the damage that thing does is ridiculous. Like, that can 1-2 tap people, depending on what character it is. That is filth. Absolute filth. One of your pellets hits the head as well. Beautiful. Love it. And next up on the list is the Mozambique Original. Yeah, it needs to live down there. I can't justify that. But the Mozambique, people don't put hammer points on it, because people think, well, the normal Mozambique is absolute awful. Why would I use it? But when you do happen to have one and you've cracked someone, holy hell, it slays. Like, nearly OP. Just saying. Alternator SMG, we are going to put that into a solid, actually, is it compared to the other ones? C. Obviously, it was S tier, but now it's C tier. Obviously, with the fact that you're not actually shooting bullets from directly underneath your barrel, it's like slightly left, slightly right, makes it a bit troublesome to shoot at range, and It doesn't seem to have that damage up close to justify using it in a gunfight up close. However, it is immensely accurate up close in a hipfire fight, which is why it's okay. It's, you know, it's not bad, but I can't justify it any other way. Hammer point P2020. That's probably going to be better than an alternator up close, because it just absolutely spams people to death. They've got about a similar rate of fire. You can actually fire that a little bit quicker, and that's going to beam people if they're unarmored. You do not want it to fight someone with armor with a P2020, but if you can weaken them with something else, get that used. You're not going to regret it. P2020 normal, it's down there somewhere, but better than a Mozambique. Peacekeeper, kinetic feeder. Now, this is going in A tier. Straight up A tier, and I'd rather have it than an R99. Doesn't mean that the R99 is bad, just means that, you know, it's just a little bit better. And the normal Peacekeeper is probably going to be just between those two. And the reason that I'm having it this way is because with that kinetic feeder, you just can be a little bit more aggressive with the shotgun, which is the whole point. You're running the shotgun because you want to be aggressive with it anyway. So absolutely have that. If you know, don't sleep on a kinetic feeder Peacekeeper. Just don't. It's really good. Really, really good. Next is going to be a Prowler. Prowler, I am going to have... you see, it is really good, and it has really good properties, but for me, C tier. I know statistically it is so much better than that. I really do. So much better than that. However, I just don't feel as if there's anything it does in a particular range which is better than anything else. So, for example, in medium ranges, you're going to be wanting to use a flatline, a longbow, obviously not a shotgun. You know, even a car, like in the medium range, for accuracy, well, not necessarily accuracy, but sustained pressure, which they're going to have on you. Up close, yes, it demolishes up close, but so does a shotgun. So does a Mastiff, you know? So does everything else above it, potentially. That can hit fire up close decently as well, a flatline. Longbow is different, but that's in a different category, so I'm not going to make a case for that. So... You know what, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to swap Eva Ray and Prowler around. I think that's fair. I mean, if you don't think it's fair, then my tier list, make your own. Let me know. Share it in the comments below. But yeah. Rampage LMG. Is there anyone in here with the thermite? Really, 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 really good weapon. I'm not going to give it A tier. However, if you can go around picking up thermites, that is really good on a fuse. If you got thermites for days and you get thermites used in there, it is a really, really quick killing gun. Not that much recoil. It's sustained damage. You can't complain. Really good gun. Not quite. If it started as the thermite version, it would easily be A tier. But the fact that sometimes you've got to let it cool down, it's a limited use, then yeah. Hammer point R301 is going to come in, and you know what? Sue me. I'm going to put that in S tier. That is ridiculous. If you get that gun fully kitted out and you've got that hammer point on there too, you can blitz people's armor pretty quickly as it is anyway. And then after that, your hammer points are going to be absolutely slaying them. And it's really accurate too. Like, it's got really good recoil. It's got better recoil than the R99. And, you know, it kills comparatively as quick with the hammer point rounds on. You cannot ignore that. You cannot ignore that at all. It's such a good gun. As for the normal R301, that's going to be C tier. It's good. It's really good. But it's just not quite... Well, it's not nowhere near the same. I'd say not quite, but not quite would be down here somewhere. It's not the same. It's still okay, but the other SMGs are better. G7 Scout. How do we talk about a G7 Scout? It's really good. I would put this gun in A tier without it being ground loot. However, the care package version of it, still really good, but no better than an A for me. Really high A though, but it just doesn't quite hit that S tier for me, personally, that is. Next is Sentinel Deadeye's Tempo. This is going to... This is weird for me. I'm going to hit this up in C. I enjoy it, but if you miss your shots, it's punishing. And to be fair, I can't really complain with the rest of its positioning. Yeah, so I really enjoy using the Sentinel. It is really fun to use, but remember guys, just because it's fun doesn't make it good. It's fun. Hit your shots with it. You're going to have an absolute belter time with it. But it's not statistically the best. M600 Spitfire is going to come in at a solid A, and would I drop it for a fully kitted out SM? Yeah, I'd probably do that, to be fair. I think that's a fair place for it to live. What do you guys think? Yeah, not really much I can say about that. I really enjoyed it as ground loot, and as ground loot it would be A, but even still, it's not like... It is good, but it's not like, oh, I've got to get the Spitfire. It's, aye, that's decent, I'll have that. So, yeah, that's how I feel about that. Wingman boosted loader. Can you hit your shots? Is the question. If you can hit your shots, get that straight in S tier. If you can't, it's all the way down here. I am of okay skill. I'm nothing compared to Wolf, but obviously he's like flying through the ranks. Can't really compare myself to him. It wouldn't be very fair. Yeah. How does it... Oh, I don't know what to do with the Wingman, guys. Where does it live? Where does it live? The stuff you can do with it absolutely shreds. The potential it has. The range it can do things at. The fact that with a boosted loader, yeah, it's going to live in there. However, I'd rather have my RE45. Personally, remember, my tier list video, guys. Mine. So, yeah. And then normal Wingman, that's easier to distinguish. Probably going to be in the A somewhere. Yeah, probably put that in the A. Boosted loader. The reason that's important is because with that particular gun, it's extra bullets, and for a weapon which is semi-automatic, extra bullets are critical to any gunfight. So yeah, repeater, dual shell, same crack. It's fun, but it's not great. Yeah, it lives there for me. With shatter caps on. Yeah, this is a strange one for me. It's okay, but it's not like amazing. So yeah, I'd probably rather that than either way, just for the versatility. And then the normal one that can live down here somewhere, I think. Yeah, not worse than yeah, yeah, D. It's not trash, but it's not great. Triple take kinetic feeder. Pardon me. That is going to live for me personally. I'm going to put that at B, but high B. The reason I'm putting that there is purely because you can use it as a shotgun, you can use it as a long range damage rifle. It is basically like, it is a DMR, so to speak. So it is fun, it's good. You've got the option of the freeway burst, you can choke it up, you can turn the choke off, you can do whatever you need to with this particular weapon. It does good enough damage at all ranges, and yeah, it's alright. Uses NG ammo, which is a bit shan, but it's B tier, okay? It's not awful. Triple take is normal triple take. Yeah, probably it's going to be around the same place, to be honest. Not that much better with that attachment on, but it is still a bit better. So, yeah. Next up on the list is a charge rifle. I am going to put the charge rifle. Now, this is going to surprise you a little bit up here. I'm going to put that in the high A tier. If you can hit your shots, you don't have to worry about bullet velocity. And, you know, if you're hitting your target, they do get a little bit time to react. Great for engaging. Great for sustained fire. I don't mind having a charge rifle on there. Yes, you're going to be doing, to be fair, 75 per shot. It's about as much as a longbow, unless you hit the head. But then again, you get headshot damage on that as well. And then the Sentinel, you know, you've got a better fire rate than the Sentinel. Though the Sentinel's going to do more per hit, it's going to be a lot harder to hit. So for consistent damage, I feel as if the charge rifle's in a really good place. And then for the Volt SMG, that's got to go in S tier. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'd probably, yeah, would I take that up against an LMG? Yeah, do you know what? I think I would. I think I'm going to put that there. The reason that the Volt's so high, even the base Volt would be a high A, but the Volt at the minute is just ridiculous. If you find one, have it. The only problem is I only seem to find it on someone's body when they've already used half its ammo, which is not really any good for me, so take that one as well. But really good weapon, really fun, and yeah, this is my Season 12 tier list, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. But till then, guys, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.